Hey everybody, welcome to another Paint the Edge, where I teach you to make a cool painting in about an hour and get a little drunk doing it. My name is Joel, and today we'll be painting this painting right here. A little Aurora Borealis painting. Still kind of a work in progress. I still kind of want to make those little lights in the sky look a little bit better, so I'm always kind of changing this one a little bit, but it's a cool painting, especially if you like that Aurora Borealis. So that's what we're painting today. Like I do with all my classes, I'm going to give away a free giveaway painting. All you're going to do is correctly answer my completely subjective trivia questions first in the comments, and I will send you a free painting of your choice, okay? You can pick one out. I have a bajillion of them to pick from. So, also, I'm going to tell you what you're going to need for this painting, but also I've got some links up here if you want to like, share, follow, subscribe, all the things. Just search Paint the Edge Off, you'll find me. And with that being said, here's what you're going to need for the painting. You will need a canvas and an easel. You can paint without an easel. You can lay it down on your table if you want. And you can also use a different size than I'm using. I'm using a 16 by 20. But just so you know, that's my size. So that's what my measurements will be for. I've also got paper towels. Okay, I've got a water cup. Okay, this is acrylic paint, so you want some kind of water cup to mix with. I've got paper plates for my palette. You can use whatever you want. Paper plates are just nice and easy. I've also got a blow dryer, and I've got whiskey, and I've got some tools here. So I've got a pencil and I've got a Sharpie here. I'm not sure if I think I'll use the Sharpie. But those are just to kind of sketch some things in before we get going. I've also got a couple pieces of chalk. This is the chalk is there so you can sketch things in after you get going. Once you get some paint on there, you can sketch with the chalk and it'll come right off. So that's a good little tool to sketch with on your painting. It's not permanent. And then I've got my big flat brush, my medium flat brush, my medium round brush, and my little baby round brush, okay? Those are my three brushes, and then my colors. Last thing is the colors. I've got black, I've got white, I've got violet, aka purple, phthalo blue, I've got a bright red, and a light yellow. So, that being said, let's take a shot, follow along, chat, paint the edge off. Oh. Whew. Oh yeah, that is whiskey. The three said, looks like ketchup. It is not ketchup. That would be whiskey. Alright. Alright, we got one shot on the shot counter. Alright, let's get going. Okay, first thing I want to do here really is just draw my horizon line, okay? So, that's going to be the line where the sky and the water meet. Okay, it's about a fourth of the way up the canvas. It's pretty short, alright? So I'm just going to go about, for me it's like a hand's width there, so, but just measure about a fourth of your canvas. If you want to find halfway and go down about halfway from there, there's a fourth. And just eyeball in a little horizon line. Okay, now I could trace this with my Sharpie and then it'll show through my paint, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's take our paper plate and let's get painting. Let's take a bunch of blue paint and some purple, and might as well get just a little bit of white paint on our plate. Okay, we'll take our big brush out of our water cup, give it a little taparoo, and we're good to go. Let's get a bunch of blue. Now we want to stir our water with our blue paint so we get that water all mixed in with our paint. So let's start there, stirring that in, and there we go. I'm going to take a little bit of purple in here. I'm going to mix purple and blue together essentially, and it's going to be pretty dark. I think I'm going to use just like the smallest drop of white, just the littlest bit of white on there. Just to barely lighten it up. We don't want much at all, and you can honestly do without white. And once we get that, let's get going. Alright. Oh yeah, oh there we go. Okay, and away we go. Maybe use more purple. Doesn't really matter. Blue, a little bit of purple. We're just painting that sky color in. Oh yeah, I think I like the purple. Oh yeah. Alright, we're just going to take that all the way down. Just nice, big, long brush strokes left and right. The 3 asks, do I just free ball like that? Yes, that's what I do. This is a free ball stream here, where we free ball it. So, let's see, what's been going on this week? What's been going on? What shows we've been watching? I've been watching Peacemaker. It's been pretty funny. They're trying to get me to care about the characters, and I'm like, it's not why I watch this show. I watch it to see people die and get some laughs. But that's been good. Man, I watched that What If series on Marvel on Disney Plus, and I gotta say, I don't know, maybe I'm getting back into superhero stuff. I was not watching that for a long time. Oh, the Super Bowl. Super Bowl happened this week. Anybody watch the Super Bowl? Anybody have any hot takes? Hot takes. Anybody got any hot takes for the Super Bowl? Or about the Super Bowl? It's over. Rams won. Personally, I could not be happier. Stafford's my boy because I am unfortunately a Detroit Lions fan. And let's take a shot. Let me just take a shot to drown my sorrows just for being a Detroit Lions fan, which is a real pain in the ass in itself. Cheers. Okay, Azurius Charm says the refs gave it to LA. All right, well, what do you think about that face mask call that they didn't call the Bengals that gave them a touchdown? So if the refs gave the Bengals a touchdown, and then at the end they call that, let's say there's a BS call in there to give the Rams a touchdown. Is it really? That's how I felt about it. I mean, they just gave the Bengals that. I mean, that was a blatant face mask. You got to call that. How do you not call on a touchdown? How do you not review the play and call that? You know. But I will agree. No, I mean, it's not as fun to watch. The calls late in the game when the game's on the line and everything. I get it. But it does tend to happen at the end. They want to make sure everything just right, and they do tend to call more penalties at the end. So are you a little conspiracy theorist there, huh? You think it's rigged? Oh, let's see. A caller in the third is much different than 3 downs on the most crucial drive of the game. Agreed. It is different, yeah. But they didn't make that call earlier. And it gave them a touchdown. I don't know. They had, ultimately, I think they had, the Bengals were gifted a touchdown. If you want to say the Rams were gifted a touchdown, boom, boom. Take both those touchdowns away, the Rams still win. Okay, let's take, we've got our sky painted in here. Oh, I didn't count that last shot, did I? Okay, here in a second, we'll do the trivia question. If you guess the trivia question correctly, you get a free painting. So I'm going to paint the water in here. We're just going to paint that blue. Just blue, no purple. Oh, I got some on my pants. Oh, no. Okay. Let's paint this in blue down here. Well, excuse me. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying, no. I mean, I see how it looks. Yeah. I know, that's what I mean. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I don't think it was so egregious, that it was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it was that bad. If anything, I think there was a bad call that honestly they were probably trying to make up for the call they missed earlier. That's what I think probably happened, but I don't know. I didn't really care. I was honestly happy with whoever won. I was rooting for Stafford because, again, I'm a Lions fan. I just want to see him get a ring. It's cool. But I really like Joe Burrow and the Bengals, too. So it was one of those, games where I'm happy with either one that wins. Okay, let's take a shot. And let's do the trivia question. Yeah, Matty Stafford, right? Okay, so on that note, today's trivia question. Now, again, if you answer the trivia question correctly in the comments, I'll send you a free painting of your choice. Today's trivia question is, Who is the best Puppy Bowl player? If you didn't see the Puppy Bowl Sunday, you missed out. It was a great game between Team Rough and Team Fluff. Okay, so who is the best player? Is it A, Peyton Manning, B, Cooper Pup, C, Terrier Bradshaw, D, Aaron Ponald, E, Spay Lewis, F, Barry Sanders, G, Odell Barkham Jr., or H, Puppy Bowl is lame? All right, so answer that. Whoever answers correctly first in the comments gets a free painting. Cheers. Ah! Okay, let's blow dry this. We'll keep going. I'll be honest. I don't like LA Rams either. Honestly, if it wasn't for Stafford, I wouldn't be rooting for the Rams either. They're not my favorite. I don't even feel like Rams fans even knew they were in a Super Bowl. They don't care. Most of them aren't even from LA. Most people that live in LA don't even from there. You know, it's like a tourist town or something. Okay, so we got one guess, Terrier Bradshaw, the other one, Barry Sanders. Well, you got to guess one, Guthrie. And then we also got, okay, all right, Guthrie's saying C, Terrier Bradshaw. Nate's going to F, Barry Sanders. All right, so there's still plenty of guesses out there, okay? Now remember, this is Puppy Bowl players, Guthrie. You know, these different players, all right? I'm trying to think who else. There's a few other ones I didn't mention. Calvin Clonson. You know, Rashard Diggins. Cameron Shake. Fetcher Cox. A lot of good players in the Puppy Bowl. They probably didn't the fans are didn't what the fans are garbage? What'd you say there? But your guess is B, Cooper Pup. Okay. Fetcher Cox. Yep. I encourage anyone else to. If you got any other good Puppy Bowl player names, please let them fly. Okay, this is almost dry. Dry enough, I think. Okay, let's see. Take the trivia question down for a minute. Let's see. They didn't know they were in the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. I agree with you, man. Okay, let's take our chalk. I was going to take my orange chalk here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in some of these little Aurora Borealis lines, okay? So let's draw these big ones in, okay? Let's put one kind of going here. That's going to be the big one. Well, maybe went down too low. Let's bring it across right there. Okay, there's a big one. I'm just going to kind of put a little line here, kind of where general guess where Jonathan Peoples Bones. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, let's put, now I want to give myself some space. You know, this is kind of a big old, this is the biggest, you know, light stream thing in the sky, skyworm. So let's give ourselves a little bit of space. Let's draw another one here. That one goes out there. Let's put another little one in there. Maybe another one here. They're kind of all going the same direction. Let's put another one here. Then somewhere down here they start to kind of curve around, right? So I'm gonna put a couple of lines there. Gotta look at my paintings to remember how I did this. Okay. There we go. Okay, here we go. There's our lines. Now another thing we might do is draw where our trees are going to be. So I'm going to give myself a little finger. Here's the horizon line right there. Give myself like a little finger's width there, and you can go. It's good if you make noises. So yeah, this one might get covered up quite a bit. So whatever, okay. Not worried about that. Then what I want to do is kind of mirror that. Same thing down here. Give yourself a finger's width from the middle down the bottom. And then just kind of keep going. Now you can keep going and look at, try to keep it the same, mirror it just right. Gonna start getting bigger. It might even go off the bottom completely there. I kind of just measured my fingers. Yeah, so it's going to basically go off the bottom. Okay, there we go. There's all of our drawing. Congratulations. Let's take another shot. And, yeah. We'll get painting here. I didn't shuffle play my playlist today. Consider it shuffled. Okay. Okay, what do we have? 4 shots? Okay. Okay, let's start our big old fat green stuff in the sky. You know, okay, normally I do the green first, and then I add some of that reddish purple in the sky. Now, just Mabes. I should do the purple first. No, I'm gonna go green and see if Maurice Bones Poo. That's pretty good. That's a good one. But yeah, football is done now. I have to go back to my life. Honestly, you know, after this, I'm kind of like, I think I'm done. I'm good. Stafford won a Super Bowl. I'm happy. Good for Stafford. And now I can focus back on my Detroit Lions and go back to the misery that is my life as a Detroit Lions fan. All right, I got blue, I got yellow, I got white. Let's get that on our plate here. Let's take a paper towel and wipe up all the mess I've made. And let's go ahead. I think I'm going to take, now with this, I'm going to use my round brush. No, I'm going to use my big flat brush. Let's take our big flat brush. Let's make some green. Okay, so let's throw our blue and yellow together. Now we want this to be a nice bright green. So we want lots and lots of yellow. A little tiny bit of blue and a ton of yellow. Very light green. Still up, drinking, thinking. DeAndre and Amon-Ra. Oh yeah. Lots of yep. You know, the Lions really, I mean, it's a true rebuild because they got rid of everybody and they are starting from freaking ground zero. I mean, they kept Hawkinson and a couple, you know, some deep, I mean, for the most part, they got rid of freaking everybody. That's just kind of what happened. And I don't think they meant to. I think they just a full rebuild here. So, you know, they did well with the limited players they did. They almost won a few more games than they won, but anyway, let's take our lot green, maybe some more yellow. I'll mix up some of my yellow and some of my white. Get ourselves a nice light green, and let's start painting this sucker in. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna start by just kind of making a nice solid line right there. Just trace that in. Ooh yeah. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of trace these in. I got a lot of paint on my brush, and I try to like fade off on those where they kind of. This one here, you know, it kind of fades. That's kind of a that kind of fades off. So I'm gonna draw real light. Then I can kind of press down harder. As I go down here, I might drag off a little bit. So that way it gets a little thinner, okay? Making your lines thinner and thicker is all about pressure, just how hard you press down. So as you drag those, just try to slowly just lift off pressure a little bit as you go. And you'll make some little bit skinnier lines here, okay? So I'm starting with a nice thick amount of paint. Get real thick in the middle, and then kind of let off down there. Alright, now, you might start using your little tiny brush if you want. You can use your little small flat brush. I'm gonna make that one nice and thin. This one's gonna get thinner and fade off at the bottom. You know, there we go. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to take this and we want to take our brush, get a lot of that green paint, and let's start with our brush straight to. I'm gonna put my brush straight there. Okay, now if you can't see where my hand is, I'm putting it where it's straight on this, right? I'm gonna lift straight up. Okay, now that doesn't mean I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go up, straight up. So my brush is angled this way, right? But I'm still gonna go up. Okay, I'm not gonna go perpendicular to my brush. I'm gonna drag it straight up, okay? All right, and that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna repeat this over and over. Now this is the biggest one, so I'm gonna go big. All right. I'm gonna go friggin' big, and I'm turning my brush so that it lines up with the line of my sky worm. And but I'm always gonna drag up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Oh man, what else? Yeah, anyway, after the Super Bowl, I did get completely hammered. And then it was Valentine's Day. And so I, woke up the next day, hung the fuck over. Now, me and my girlfriend didn't have strict, Valentine's Day plans, but you gotta, it's that day. You gotta put in some effort. And I definitely slept until noon. I got up, went and got some food. My lady was working and stuff from home. She was doing stuff, so she was busy. She was happy. And then got some food. Then I took a nap until about 6:30. I woke up again, and then I went to Walmart and bought stuff for food. Now down here, this smaller one, and I need to start being more mindful and making shorter. Very short brush strokes there. But I went to Walmart, got some food, made some of my patented white wine cream pasta. We did that, and then we just kind of hung out, did some other things I can't mention on the show, illicit drugs and stuff, and just hung out. We played some spades. Watched some TV. It was a good night. Oh, okay. We got another puppy bowl dog name here. We got Chad Ocho Shih Tzu. That might be one of my favorites. That was amazing. Chad Ocho Shih Tzu. Oh, that's great. Okay, if anybody's tuning in and wants to win a painting, today's trivia question is, who's the best puppy bowl player? Was it A, Panton Manning, B, Cooper Pup, C, Terrier Bradshaw, D, Aaron Ponald, E, Spay Lewis, F, Barry Sanders, G, Odell Barkham Jr., or H, Puppy Bowl is lame? Chad Ocho Shih Tzu, that's pretty great, Guthrie. Alright, let's keep going with my painting. Okay, let's see, what am I doing now again? Okay, let's dragging up. We're just gonna drag up. Just flick of the wrist. But yeah, anyway. Let's see, hanging out with the lady. It was a good night. We had a good time. What was I saying the other day? This wasn't on Valentine's. There was some day where saying something about joking about having kids, and she said she didn't want to have to be pregnant. I'm like, we're just making an outside baby, We'll put a collar on the baby and, just let it be an outside baby. Let it in once in a while to feed it, and it'll take care of itself. It's a baby. It'll be fine. They live in the wild just fine. Okay, now even now, when it starts curving around here, I'm still lining my brush up with that curve and still dragging up every time. Okay, that's the process. Okay. Okay, and that's how you get that cool effect. Alright? Alright? Now this is a little bitty one, so I gotta make little short brush strokes. Okay. Let's put another one here. This seems empty. Ugh. Let's draw this one here. Okay, there we go. Oh, that got a little big there. A little bigger than I meant. That's okay. Come on. Jabark Chase. Jabark Chase. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Now we're going Puppy Bowl for World Cup. Maybe the Puppy Cup, you know? Is that what they call it? Puppy Cup? They need to have some soccer. No, but for real though, I did turn the Puppy Bowl on at work before the Super Bowl, and we watched the whole thing. It was started at 1 o'clock. It was over by about 3 p.m. It's a good 3 hours, and Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart were the hosts, which was hilarious. And what was funny is, like, before this started, there's all this like fake pregame stuff. Like, they were talking about Puppy Bowl players strike, and like something about like how the dog cheerleaders were striking. They have like little puppy cheerleaders, and they were striking. It was pretty great. Okay, George Ann says F. What was F again? F was Barry Sanders. Yes, okay. So far we got Barry Sanders, we got let's see, what was it? Terrier Bradshaw and oh wait, Barry Sanders already been guessed, George Ann. You gotta guess another one. So far Terrier Bradshaw and Barry Sanders are chosen, okay? You gotta pick another one there, George Ann. But there's a few to pick from there. Now remember, this is the Puppy Bowl, George Ann. Not the real Super Bowl. Not real. These are the dogs that play in the Puppy Bowl, which is arguably more intense. Okay, take that down. Let's take another shot. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like you put a collar on a baby, and you know, you can set up one of those, you know, fences, those that shocks them if they leave, and you're good, you know? Outside baby. Oh! Alright. Okay, what do I need to do next? Okay, I need to add some dark green in here. Hopefully it's still a little wet. This might mix a little bit. Let's take a little bit more blue here. Mix that in with our light green. Get a darker green now, more of a bluish green. And let's add that in. Now, I like to put this in more towards the bottom. And I try to go in real light. Don't overdo it at first. Oh, crap. Now, that's why you want to stir your water in, folks. You get a little drip like that, gonna have a bad time. Yeah, let's get my water all mixed in. I'm really mixing it in there on my plate. That way that water's stirring in. Little oopsie daisy, you know, a little oopsie daisy. Now I'm gonna drag this up too. Certain points kind of have a little, you know, darker spot there. Let's put a little bit right there. And we'll kind of just drag that up as well. This big sucker, we can take this along most of this here. Alright. Now we got a darker green spot. There we go. Okay, now that light green needs a little dark green too. You know, it needs a little friend. Let's put a little friend in there to play with. Alright, let's put a little dark green for that light green to play with, okay? And they're just gonna have a little battle here, okay? Just a little battle. Okay. You know, they just need a little variation. It gets bored in the sky there. You know, on the canvas, that paint just gets a little bored. A little lonely. Let's give it a little friend to play with. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm gonna put this maybe not necessarily put it on each one. You know, some of these colors, they're a little more independent. They're an independent bitch, okay? They are queens. They don't need no man. But, you know, some of these greens, they want a man in their life, you know? Okay, there we go. Got some dark greens in there, and I think that's pretty good. Let's take a shot. Oh, let's see what we got. Oh, we got some World Pup. I was gonna say puppy pup, World Pup, like puppy bowl, and we got Alexi Ballas, Dick Pug Piss, Dick Buck Piss, yeah, Buckus, yeah. Let's see. Steve Mary Pucci. Ooh, another good one. Guthrie, you're killing it. Cheers. You guys have no idea what we're talking about. The trivia question today is, who is the best puppy bowl player, okay? There's your list there. You got Panton Manning, you know, Terrier Bradshaw, Odell Barkham Jr., Spay Lewis. The list goes on. Okay, but let's see. In the sky, let's go ahead and take our big brush and really wash the crap out of it. Let's give it a nice washing. Alright, so we'll wash that away and maybe put some purples in the sky. Yeah, some purples. And I think I got a different technique here for the purples this time. I'm gonna try. Actually, I think I'm going to switch to my medium flat brush. Haven't used that one. Let's do this one. It might be need to be a little bit more precise, define. Define is a little bit smaller. So let's take our small brush. Purple paint. Red. And white. There we go. Shit, did I count my shot? I don't think I did. Okay, let's take some purple, some red, and some white here. I want this to be a reddish purple, okay? Not too red. A little bit of white. Mix that in. Okay, there we go. That's pretty magenta-y, pretty red. Ooh, excuse me. Let's take some more purple. Now, red's a really strong color. That's the other thing to you have to remember is that just red is just a strong color. It just is, you know. A little bit of red really overpowers a lot of other colors. And that's just the reality of the situation, okay? Alright, just get over it. That's how it is. I'm not gonna hold your hand, baby you through this. That's just how it is, okay? Red's a strong color, alright? Get over it. Sorry, I don't know why I get so aggressive sometimes. It's just something in my nature. Okay, we've got a reddish, light reddish purple here. That looks pretty good. Now, again, I want to make some skinny, thin lines, so let's take our brush. Let's scrape it off there on the side. Okay, that way we can make it a little flatter, even get the sides and everything. Alright, you can even take a paper towel or just your fingers and just I kind of flatten her out there a little bit. Now, I'm going to take my brush and lay it down, pull it through, flip it over, pull it through, nice and flat. I've got a nice skinny edge, okay? See that? Ooh, skinny, skinny. Okay, and let's take that and let's start there. Let's put some little skinny purple. Ooh. Okay, now that's going to be hard to see on the camera. But there we go, okay? Let's put another one here. And let's put maybe one that goes a little wackier, like that, okay? Let's see. Here we go. Let's put maybe a little right there. Maybe one in here, you know? Alright, let's maybe put one there. And then one here. So I'm just basically filling in between some of these. To where? There's one there. And let's put one down here as well. Okay, now we got these in. I'm going to do the same thing that I was doing earlier. I'm just going to drag up. Alright, if they end, I'm going to taper them off a little bit where they kind of get skinnier. Yeah. Alright, again, always pulling straight up. Oh yeah, I might take some lighter purple in a minute. Oh man, let's see. Yeah, watch the Super Bowl. Listen to all the haters. Hating on stuff. I just don't know. People discount everything he does, but then they don't sit there and go into every other person and go, what, are you going to take away some of Tom Brady's Super Bowl wins? Did he have a stacked team when he played? Did Aaron Rodgers have a stacked team when he won a Super Bowl? I mean, you can sit there and go through everybody and be like, oh, I don't know. Man, Stafford won a Super Bowl. Come on, just give it to him. Anyway, I'm at the bar working, and I hear all these people just, you know, everyone just talking trash on him. I mean, I get it. Everybody wants to see Joe Burrow win. I get it. He's cool. It's cool to see the young, up-and-coming guy. You want to just see that dude come in and just dominate. Everyone wants just that kind of story. You know, you want a bunch of drama, okay? I understand. Stafford's not that exciting. He's an adult. He just goes to work. He's got his family. He's an adult. No drama. Just a good guy. I know it's not a enthralling story, apparently, okay? Alright. Okay, let's add some more red and white here. Let's make a nice light reddish purple. Lots of white. You can add more red or purple, but just mostly more white. That's the most important thing. And then, yeah, Puppy Bowl. Super exciting. And Valentine's Day was a thing. That happened. And you know what else? We were watching a bunch of Razorback basketball, and Razorbacks seem like they're doing pretty good, you know? Okay, I'm gonna take this lighter color now. Put some of this through some of here. Put this through some of here. That's what I just said. Okay. Well, Razorbacks seem to be doing well. You know what I don't understand about basketball? I can't... Okay, what is... Okay, not double dribbling where you're switching back and forth hand to hand when you're in a slow... That's a good one, Guthrie. But, okay, I get... You know, double dribbling encompasses quite a few things, but the one thing I don't get is... Why can't you dribble like this with two hands? What's that hurting? Who cares? You look like a doofus. Who gives a shit, you know? You can dribble back and forth from one hand to the other. Why can't you do this? What is that hurting? You know, like what part of the game does it hurt? You look like an idiot, but you know, if you want to look like an idiot and dribble the ball like that, who's to say you can't? I don't understand that part of double dribbling. If anyone has an answer to that, please let me know. But because I think it's just moronic, okay? I do. I think it's stupid. I think it's just rules to be rules for no friggin' reason. Just another rule by some old white guys who made the game and no, this is how we play it. And they just decided you can't dribble the ball like a goober. What if you want to dribble the ball like a goober? What's it hurting? What's it hurting, huh? Besides your delicate sensibility. Oh, your delicate manhood. Oh, your delicate insecurity. You know what I think's funny is every time, like, anything like some big powerful guy does something like, well, it's their insecurity. I think that's why they sleep around. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think it is. Not everything. I feel like that's just like a go-to with the like men-women argument where they're like, it's the men's insecurity. It's like, no, I don't think so. You know what insecurity means? I don't know what tangent that was I was going on, but I think it was something I saw where it was like, these big powerful guys, they sleep around because they're insecure, and I'm like, I don't think so. I think most guys, a lot of guys would do that, especially if they weren't in any kind of relationship. Yeah, why wouldn't they? Oh, double kibble. Nice, Guthrie. Sorry, I don't mean to get too political here. But I just happen to all the time, so whatever. Let's see, what else? Let's see, People keep ragging on me for having a Galaxy phone instead of an Apple, and I'm a little sensitive to it right now. Yesterday I was playing Overwatch with my friend, and he brought up iPhones. Cal, if you're listening, I didn't mean to take that out on you. I just triggered me. I feel like shit for not having an iPhone. I'm just like, there's gonna be other phones. Like, just get used to it. Like, I don't understand. It's just a phone. I will say that, like, when I was teaching in schools, like, kids treat phones like it's like religion or something. Like, it's, if you trash one kind of phone, they're like, it's a battle. You're in for it. That's kind of weird. It's just a phone. A phone is a tool, okay? It should not control your life, alright? If it is, you need to take a step back from phones. That's what I think. Now, that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm about to be 7 shots deep here. Let's see. We got our sky done. Yeah, I think I kind of like it like this, you know? Maybe we could do more to this guy, but see, I feel like I kind of overdid this guy the first time. So this time I'm going to try to... I think I kind of like it. I like it like that. Then I like it like that. So I'm gonna leave it like that and keep going. What else? Double dribbling was a big thing I thought about this week for a long time, and I just don't see the downside of it. What if you dribble like this? Cheers. 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 Oh, good halftime show though. I mean, that was fun. I also think what people miss is that those were all the West Coast. That was kind of like the West Coast rappers, you know. So it was like Eminem, Dre, Snoop Dogg. That's kind of that West Coast. So it's in LA. Actually made sense, and it was a good little concert. I feel like it'd be cool if they had the Super Bowl in, you know, Georgia. Have a bunch of Georgia artists. That would make sense, right? And that'd be cool, like to see, like, maybe every Super Bowl, the halftime show represents that area's music contribution. That'd be pretty tight. In my opinion, what do I know? Okay, I'm just a dumbass Lions fan with an Android phone. What do I know? Keep hating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that. But I also thought this week, whatever happened to Modest Yahoo? Remember that guy? Whatever happened to him? He was like so popular. And then it was like just gone. Gone, gone, gone. Okay, let's do our water here. Let's take our blue. Now this is already blue, so let's take maybe some purple. And let's take some purple and white. Okay, let's make a little light purple. Not super light, but light enough where you can see the purple there. If it's real dark, it's not going to show up very well in that dark blue. So let's add some white to our purple. And let's make some little colors in our water that kind of look like ripples or waves. And yeah, let's make a good little pile of this shit and paint some of this in, okay? Because, you know, this blue paint down here, it needs a friend, you know? So let's give it some friends. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, what I do want to do is kind of, is add purple kind of in reflection to where some of these are. I'm going to add it throughout, but I'm going to try to kind of keep in mind, here's a little bit through here. Maybe don't put a lot here. Put that over here, maybe put some. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to make some skinny lines, so I might scrape my brush off again. Okay, lay it down, pull it through a couple times. And there we go. Alright, and let's just kind of add some of these in. I need more white, clearly, because I can't even see that, so... More white. I need more purple, honestly. Alright, we got our light purple, and once we get that, here we go. That shows up a little better. There we go. I do want to make them kind of small at the top and a little bigger as they go down. Something like that. Okay, now let's add some more maybe out here. Maybe definitely some in here. There we go. Okay, that's purple. That's purple, everybody. Let's do some light blue. So again, we'll add some white to our blue and do a little light blue mixture here. Let's add a bunch of that white to our blue. Ooh, that makes a nice pretty blue. We'll make some of that. Okay, now this I'm gonna kind of just put in randomly. I'm not gonna really think about this because this is just another shade of blue I want to add in. You know, it's really not reflecting anything in the sky. It's just a different, another color to put in, okay? I'm just gonna add this in throughout. Down here I'll make some thicker lines, which means I'll press down harder. And as I get up here, I'm going to make these shorter, smaller, closer together, more jumbled together. Make them seem like they're further away. And then out here, I'll space them out longer, thicker, bigger blue streaks. There we go. Okay, there's blue. Let's do some green. So I'll go back to my light green here. Probably need some more white. Some more white. And let's go ahead and add a little bit of that. And now let's add some little streaks in our water for green. Now again, I'm kind of thinking about where some of this is. Maybe I'll go start there. Kind of guide me on where to put some of this. Okay, just feel it out, but I'm still going horizontal lines here. Kind of just start there. Kind of like that method. Start there. Follow your little sky worms. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty cool. You know, pretty cool. Okay, let's blow dry this. We'll add some white in our water. A little bit of white. And then we'll add our black trees. And we'll be pretty close to done there, okay? Okay, again, if everybody wants to win, anybody wants to win a free giveaway painting, today's trivia question is... who's the best Puppy Bowl player? And there they are. They're listed off. Peyton Manning, you know, you got Spay Lewis, you got Terry Bradshaw. Now, Terry Bradshaw, Barry Sanders have all been guessed. I feel like there's maybe another one, but I can't remember now. So there's that. Give it a guess. Cheers. All right, shot counter. Okay, blow dry. What's been going on with y'all? Anything new? Anybody have a cat? I'm gonna get my cat neutered here soon. Yeah, I came up with those. Oh, I sat around all right and came up with them. Sunday when I was watching the Puppy Bowl, I was just spitfiring. I was texting my friend and we were just coming back with a lot of them. He came up with Odell Barkham Jr. I mean, what are you talking about? Those are real Puppy Bowl players. That's what I meant to say. I didn't make those up. It's facts, okay? This trivia question is very factual. Okay, don't look it up. Okay, don't Google. This is a factual trivia question. Okay, let's take some white paint. Let's take our smaller flat brush, wash the crap out of it. It'll bait the devil out of it. Now, you don't stab the bottom of the cup, okay? Just swish it back and forth, okay? Everyone wants to stab the bottom of the cup with their brush. Gets it clean all right. Just destroys your brush. Just destroys it. Okay, let's wash that out. But yeah, let's see, I must have been watching some Peacemaker lately. It's been pretty good. But yeah, again, they keep going into these, like, trying to get me to feel for them, and I'm just like, stop, just kill people. Like, that's why I'm watching this show. It's funny, and is it a comedy or is it a drama? Just make it a comedy, not a drama. I don't care. I don't care what the real storyline is even. I just want to see these funny stuff. Like, trying to make it like a long movie with like a point and everything. Like, just make it a sitcom with killing. So those are my tips to all the writers and producers of Peacemaker. But I do like that show. It's funny. I like it. John Cena's funny in it. They're all pretty funny. Okay, now I'm just adding some white. Not really any particular order. Specific particular order. I'm just going to add this in here throughout here. Okay, I'm just going to add this now down at the bottom. I'll make some thick ones. Okay, at the top, some little smaller, shorter ones. Ooh, there we go. Okay, congratulations. Let's blow dry again and take another shot. And yeah. Abner Peabody III. That's your cat's name? That's funny. But yes, whatever happened to Modest Yahoo? I uploaded a picture. This is Modest Yahoo. In case you forgot. He was a, let's add a shot to the shot counter. He was a Jewish, like, rabbi rapper? Whatever happened to that guy, huh? Who'd have thought rabbi rappers wouldn't last? But seriously, he was around, he was like big, and then I never heard of it, I just forgot about him. Maybe that's what happened, everybody just forgot about him. Okay, let's take black paint. Black paint on your plate there. Oh, this stupid thing is... Ugh. Okay, whatever. Let's take our medium round brush. Right there, here we go. Let's get some black paint on there, stir it in. Okay, let's get some black paint. Let's paint some trees in here, okay? Black trees, okay? Okay, now I'm going to start by drawing a line here. Okay, black line there. Really not too worried about this line because we're going to add trees above. Oh, you know, I should make sure I got some water mixing in there because black paint tends to be a little thicker, a little drier. Add some water to it a little bit that flows. You get it where it's flowing kind of nice like ink. That's what's really nice. Okay, so what I want to do here, I want to make some trees. Okay, now I kind of can still see kind of where my tree line was. So I'm going to start by just kind of making some very skinny lines. Just here and there. Now it's natural to kind of make them all spaced out the exact same amount. Try to mix it up. Just want to know we're all dead. I'm not trying to make it line up with this Aurora Borealis thing, so maybe let's make a couple taller. Just want to know No, we all just want to know. And then down here, I'm just gonna make some little whatever. Okay, now let's paint our trees in. So let's take our little round brush there. Okay, let's take this here and let's start dabbing. Let's start dabbing away. Now, what I like to do is kind of start at the top, very narrow, and I slowly get wide. Now, don't go overboard getting wide, because you'll quickly get way too wide. All right, so just start small. Now, this part takes a minute. It's a little tedious. Okay, if you need a shot there to keep you going, or maybe you need maybe you need an energy drink or something. Maybe you need a podcast to listen to instead of my dumb voice. You know, do whatever you gotta do to keep going. For me, it's another shot. Okay, because here we go. This part's doesn't take that long, but it gets boring to me. This part's friggin' boring, painting wise. Alright, we finally reached double digits on our shots. Thank goodness. Because, you know, I don't want to disappoint you all. I know you're all going to be very disappointed if I don't take 10 shots, so. Now maybe if I kind of hold my brush at this angle, kind of gives a nice little texture there. Looks like, you know, tree limbs and stuff and foliage. By the way, foliage is one of my favorite words. If you watch this show much, you know foliage is one of my favorites. And, yeah, so, yeah. Let's see, this is a band, gosh, which band is this? This is one of my friend's bands. They're really good. Dystopia Junior, yeah. Local band around here to Fayetteville. Let's see, where are y'all from? Anybody from anywhere else? I know I got a lot of Fayetteville people on, but what about further out? Where are we from? I can tell you all the places I haven't been. Because I haven't been many places, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately, you know? I would like to move somewhere someday, but I think I'm kind of picky about where I would move. It's a big decision, just move somewhere. I'm gonna keep this same thing where I'm kind of angling my brush up and just lightly dabbing, kind of back and forth, kind of crisscrossing across that middle line, making my tree get a little wider. There we go. Okay, let's get a little bit more water. This black paint dries out quite a bit. Let's get some more water. Oh yeah. Anybody see that new stupid How I Met Your Father show? What are they doing? Like, why do they keep... It's like one of my biggest pet peeves is just keep remaking stuff. Like, why? I'll tell you why, because they have no new ideas. They've got nothing. They're just... I mean, not to say there's not a lot of good original TV, there is, but the big studio shit, you know, the stuff that's on like main channels, studio movies, they just, you know, it's the same stuff. Georgianne asked, do I ever use a small piece of sponge to paint leaves on trees to paint small flowers? No, but I do have a, now what I'm doing right now is I'm going through, I've got a full kind of collection of paintings I'm going to go through this year, and I've got a bunch more I'm making that I'll be doing later, but it's not going to be for a while. But I do have some more techniques that I'm, you know, kind of branching out a little bit on some of my newer paintings, and those will come eventually. But for now, I'm just going back through. I'm just kind of getting the hang of this anyway. So I'm just going back through doing this stuff that's pretty basic. You know, just my typical style, different kinds of paintings you can make. painting the way I paint. And then, but at some point, yes, I will have some other styles like that, Georgianne. Good question. And, you know, good question. Let's take a shot. But, anyway, back to How I Met Your Father. I don't know. I didn't know that was Hilary Duff either, you know, because I don't know what Hilary Duff looks like nowadays. You know, it's just kind of like, why? You know, why? Like, just make a new show. You could make that show and not call it How I Met Your Father, and no one would know. And you'd probably do better. You know, because then people aren't comparing it to the old one. I really think studios and things have really let the internet dictate a little too much. Do your own thing, find some original shit that's good. This whole everything has to be a reboot thing is... it's very short-lived. It's not going to be something that works out long-term. You know, none of this stuff is... I don't know. The only one I can think of that it might be legit is that Ghostbusters movie. Because the guy who made the new Ghostbusters was the guy who made the original Ghostbusters' son, who, like, legitimately and has worked his whole life, like, I think in the movie industry, and had a very specific, clear, like, vision, kind of an original take on it, you know? I haven't seen it, but I that one looked more original to me than a lot of the other stuff. Most everything else just the same garbage, just recycled back into your dumb faces, you know? And it's just, like, insulting after a while. It's like... It's like, you know, I can tell that this is the same thing. You're like, no, you can't. No, you can't. Just eat it up. I've never seen Afterlife. Nate, what's Afterlife? Okay, let's get some black paint. I'm going to take my flat brush now. Flat brush, black paint. There we go. Okay, now what I want to do now, I still can kind of see my little chalk line there. If you need to, draw it back in. Okay. Oh, that's the new Ghostbusters movie. Okay. Oh, so it's still kind of a remake of the first one? It's a little disappointing, I guess. Again, I didn't see it, but it looked like I'd read about it. My friend's well, you know my friend Alex. He's a movie guy. And he was telling me that he was the son of the guy and had all this... I don't know. But I didn't see it, so I don't know. But I just assume you're lying, Nate, because you're a liar. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, not terrible, though? Yeah, I don't know. But either way, I mean, again, you know, that one I would assume wouldn't be terrible, but yeah, let's just make something new, am I right? Like, can we just make, like, I don't know, something original? And they are making those things original. They are making original things, just not... I guess big studio movies are always going to be like that, so there's really no surprise there. What was I doing? Okay, so let's make the black in the water reflecting the trees, but if you can't still see your line there, you can redraw that in, you know? Lance saw it twice, huh? Oh yeah, I was painting, that's right. Thanks, Nate. Okay, so what I want to do is go left and right here with my brush. That's what I was doing, going left and right with my brush. Now, as I go up, I'm going to start here at this horizon line and go down. As I go down, I'm going to space my little brush strokes out so it kind of fades off. Fades off. Oh yeah, we're fading off. I'm fading off right now. Okay, so let's keep that now pretty solid right there, right at the horizon line. As we go up, we just kind of fade off, you know. Our paintings, our colors here are kind of getting drunk too. They're fading off. This black paint is kind of hammered. It's like, I don't know, dude, I'm fading off, man. Our black paint's going, yeah, dude, whatever, man. And that's what our black paint's saying right now, you know? Yeah, dude, let's go, groovy, man. Our black paint is shaggy all of a sudden. By the way, what a random thought. Scooby-Doo movies? There's a bunch of them, a lot more than, yeah, thank you, Nate. There's a lot more than you probably realize, but there's one called Daphne and Velma. I watched this guy online, I think his name's Drew Wooden or something, Drew something, Wooden, that sounds right. But he goes through all these, Scooby-Doo movies. There's one called Daphne and Velma, and they're like in high school, it's a terrible movie. But, at the end they fight these laser spiders. And this 3D is so bad, it's hilarious. And they're shooting lasers, these little mechanical spiders, they're shooting lasers out. Like, it's all CG. The actress is clearly like, just moving around. But at one point she's like dodging, and then she just starts going, and starts breaking the lasers by karate chopping them. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Just that is a thing. Okay, maybe out here in the very tips, I kind of let those kind of, you know, go a little further down than they really are. Just they're kind of petering out there at the end, you know. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We want to see some of this water showing through. So maybe I'm doing a little too much, but I want to, you know, we want to be able to see some of those colors showing through in the water. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe Ooh, okay. Oh gosh. Whoopsie doodles. I just made a whole drawing of whoopsie doodles. I just got a whole sketchbook of whoopsie doodles. Okay, there we go. We're almost done. Trying to think if there's anything else that happened this week I was trying to talk about, but I don't think so. We did it, guys. We made a painting. Congratulations. So last thing we want to do is paint our bottom edge. Well, let's sign our name first. Let's take our little baby brush and sign our name. Once you sign your painting, it's an official fancy painting, and you're an official fancy pants artist, and you can be arrogant and walk around and think that you're better than everyone else, okay? Because that is the main advantage to being an artist, is thinking that for no reason that you're better than everybody, okay? So let's do that now. Okay, I would suggest practicing now your condescending remarks to everyone around you. And say, I'm an artist, I'm a fancy artist. Okay, I'm way more intelligent than you, clearly. Okay, start saying things like that, okay? And really, you know, separate yourself from everyone else around you. Make everyone hate you. You're a fancy artist. Okay, so we signed our name. Now we're obnoxious, arrogant artists now. Now the chalk lines will come off later with water. I'd recommend waiting maybe like a day. Make sure everything's totally dry, because you don't want to sit there and lick your finger or take a wet paper towel and wipe your chalk lines off and something's not wet and then you smear it, and you don't want to do that. So wait a whole day. Let's paint our bottoms. Let's paint our bottoms here. I'm gonna take my big brush out of my water cup and get some blue paint on there. You know, I'll be honest, I feel like I normally handle 11 shots way better, but I haven't drank in 2 days. You know, I got hammered Sunday night. I have not drank since, and that's 2 days in a row is sadly over the last month has been normally I drink every other day. Well, I went 2 days this week without drinking in a row. And I feel like I lost my tolerance in one swoop. Not really, it's not that much worse, but you know, I'm a drama queen because I'm a dickhead artist, you know, right? Isn't that what we're saying? Alright, I'm beating. Okay, dead horse. Okay, let's see. Who won the trivia question? Again, trivia question today. First of all, no one answered whatever happened to Modest Yahoo, so we don't know. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he became a Supreme Court justice. No one knows. Maybe he's searching for the Covenant of the Ark or something. But our trivia question was, who's the best Puppy Bowl player? Again, the answers are, he's raising a barn on Monday? What? You can't just say things like that all of a sudden. Soon he'll raise another. Oh wait, okay, yeah. Okay, oh my god, what's that, Weird Al song? Amish Paradise, remember that song? Okay, soon I'll raise another. Is that what you're talking about? He's looking for me. Why is he looking for me? Because he's probably wants some. He knows I'm a beat master. You know, I'm a beat doctor. I make beats. He's probably looking for a beat master. You know, so he can spit sick rhymes over sick bars. He can spit bars over my beats. That's funny. Okay, anyway, who's the best Puppy Bowl player? A. Peyton Manning. B. Cooper Pup. C. Terrier Bradshaw. D. Aaron Ponald. E. Spay Lewis. F. Barry Sanders. G. Odell Barkham Jr. Or H. Puppy Bowl is lame. Okay, let me take a shot. Basically, these are all good answers. They're all great players. The Puppy Bowl is a hallmark of American sports. Everyone watches it. It's a classic. But, now, this doesn't mean the real human players are the best, but the Puppy Bowl player that's the best is Terrier Bradshaw, actually. That's the best Puppy Bowl player of all time. So, it looks like Guthrie TV. Is that his name? Guthrie TV. You win a free painting of your choice. So congratulations, Guthrie TV. Congratulations. Congratulations, Guthrie. You know, I've got plenty of paintings to pick from. I'll send it to you wherever you are in this nation. I will find you and send you a painting. Okay? And I didn't count one of my last shots, I think. Okay, final thoughts on today. Matthew Stafford's a fucking legend. I'm sick of, you know, you guys can say whatever you want. I think people just don't want to believe what they saw this year. He threw a lot of picks. Like, he won the, who cares? He won the Super Bowl. He was on a good team. Lots of Super Bowl winning quarterbacks are on good teams. Oh, there was three penalties on the last drive. You know, we can go back and forth all day. Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl. The Rams went to the Super Bowl before and lost one. They've been playoff teams. They get Stafford in 1 year and they win a Super Bowl. Look, just accept it, okay? It's okay. It's okay. You didn't think you could do it. It's fine. It's fine. It really is. It's okay. It's okay. Just let it go, okay? Just let it go. I'm mostly saying this to myself. I'm saying this because I'm letting it go. At this point, I'm done arguing it. Stafford's a great quarterback. I'm happy as fuck for him. He's a great guy, and he's a great guy who's earned it. He should have been here a long time ago. I'm happy for him. You know, we talk about Cooper Kupp. What an amazing season he had. He was a nobody before this year. So you got to give some of that to Stafford. Who was throwing him the ball? People talk about Calvin Johnson. Well, he had Calvin Johnson. Well, Calvin Johnson had Matthew Stafford. Did that not inflate some? I mean, if you got some dipshit throwing you the ball, Calvin Johnson's not going to have crazy numbers. It goes both ways. All right, look, I understand. You write him off a long time ago. Sometimes you bet on him and he doesn't win. You think the Lions might win a game and they don't. I'm sorry, it's the Lions, but I'm very happy for Matthew Stafford, and I can finally close that chapter of my life. Huge chapter of my life. Not really, but anyway, I was happy about that. That was cool. And haters can move the fuck on. I don't like the Rams, honestly, but I'm happy for Stafford. And with that being said, let's end today. I'm hammered, and congratulations, Guthrie, on your painting. Terrier Bradshaw was a Puppy Bowl legend. And I don't know what I'm saying anymore. What's that? This is going on way too long? Okay. Alright, well, I'll see y'all next week. Goodbye.